The month I graduated from university, and not exactly with flying colors, the editor of the alumni magazine asked if I would do him a big gauchada. He wanted me to write him an article. Since I didn't know how to say no, I delivered a few modest pages, mostly class notes, mixed with an abundance of quotes. That was my entire academic record, a degree I had barely obtained, and an article of dubious originality. With such a meager resume, I couldn't help but be surprised when, a few weeks after my article was published, I received a proposal from the University of Lerna. They were offering me a 6-month fellowship. What was even more astonishing was that they required, along with my confirmation, a frankly disconcerting report of my physical characteristics. Yes, the fellowship was tempting in and of itself. Lots of money, the unilateral ability, on my part, to rescind the agreement at any time, paid travel, paid clothing, life insurance, the possibility of taking classes in my field as well as others, not a single subsequent obligation, publications or reports. A true sinecure that would also give me the opportunity to see the world. But in addition to the unexpected offer and unusual requests, there was something else I found unnerving: the tone in which the letter from Lerna was written. The syntax was generally unobjectionable, but the tone aroused my suspicion due to how cloying, cautious, and bland it was. An example. Illustrious Dr. Beltra, the humble and traditional University of Lerna, dedicated, as your eminence is not unaware, to legal studies and the social sciences for more than 2 centuries, contacts you, the eminent doctor, by way of this humble servant. The letter was from the rector, so that you might have the generosity to... As you can see, the university was extremely humble, the rector a servant, and I was illustrious and eminent. My porteño nature could not help but suspect that this was a joke orchestrated by some maula who fancied himself a humorist. I went to the Swiss embassy, where I was put in contact with someone named Eerily, who mysteriously already knew who I was. What's more, he had copies of the letters they had sent me from Lerna, which formed part of a voluminous dossier labeled with my name. Intrigued, I tried to find out what the hell was in this monstrous compendium, but the attaché Eerily, the 4th or 5th in the embassy vaguely dedicated to cultural information and affairs, categorically refused to let me see it, and he was not very polite about it either. My experience at the embassy, although briefly disturbed by this promptly forgotten incident, achieved its goal. It dispelled my suspicion that the invitation was the work of some jokester. And so I wrote to Lerna to communicate my acceptance in principle and to announce that I would send them their copious forms as soon as I had them ready.